Lane Community College is facing a possibility of losing federal funding after a high percentage of students defaulted on their loans. KCI 9 News reporter Chanu Her talked with students and the financial aid office, and he joins us live in the studio with what they think they can do to help out. Chanu?
Matt, LCC officials say more than 30% of students who started repaying their loans in the 2010 fiscal year defaulted within the first 3 years. Preliminary numbers for 2011 don't look much better, but the school says it's doing everything it can to improve it. Lane Community College student SARA Shepard is the first in her family, and not as something she wanted to be a first to do.
It's the first one in my family to have to take loans, and they all have masters and PhDs. And I'm in community college and I'm taking loans.
LCC administrators say more than 70% of its students rely on financial aid to pay for school, but that resource could soon be gone after statistics from the 2010 fiscal year showed over 30% of borrowers who started repaying that year defaulted their loans within 3 years.
Frustrated knowing that students have to take loans in the first place and they can't even afford it later.
Because schools are held responsible for their default rates, if our default rate exceeds 30% in 3 consecutive years, we essentially lose the ability to give financial aid to any student at Lane. And so it's very important that we bring that rate down and that we keep it down.
Helen Faith is the director of financial aid at Lane Community College. She said the down economy was a driving factor behind the problem, but because so many students rely on financial aid, they're working hard to bring the default rate down.
If we were to lose the ability to give financial aid to those students, we would lose most of our students, the vast majority of our students.
Lane is absolutely going to shut down if we don't have any financial aid here, absolutely.
With preliminary numbers showing not much of an improvement for the 2011 fiscal year, Faith says they've already come up with ways to help educate students on loans.
What I've noticed is that students are so much more aware of their loan debt than ever before, and that can only be beneficial.
I'm not going to default on my loans. I'm working hard, but it is stressful to know that, to have that heavy burden on my shoulders every day.
Students say they are also concerned because tuition is increasing next year, which they believe is going to lead them to take out more loans. But the school says they don't believe they're going to hit 30% for 3 straight years, which is going to help those who rely on loans. Live in the studio, Chanu Her, KCI 9 News.